motivation in the marketplace. How do you motivate a sales team without money? PSA, money is not all that your sales team is looking for. There are so many other ways that you can motivate a sales team other than just commission and incentives and money in their account. But please do that as well. I am joined today by the Big Money Movement team, our Director of Operations, Kelly Wasson, our lead coach and trainer, Cheryl Parks, and we're going to talk about how to motivate your sales team without money. First and foremost, I'm going to kick it to you, Cheryl.
So I was thinking this wouldn't be aligned, but it is. So just aligning with the vision, right? So salespeople do really well when they're aligned with the big picture vision of what you're trying to do for your clients. Yeah. So if you're trying to provide a product or service and you really want to be sure that you can get your sales team aligned without the additional financial incentive, it's alignment. It's listening to what they come back from the market with to tell you what's needed. It's listening to them when you have challenges in terms of delivering operationally and understanding what that does when it impacts, the client, right? Yeah. And either a client review or client testimonials, referrals. There's so many other things that go with it. So it's alignment for me. That's one of the main things.
That blends perfectly because our job as leaders is to cast the vision. And there's a reason why. People buy into the vision, and so it's really important that even people are willing, especially in today's day and age, like we have to be timely about this, like in this post-pandemic, even though it's not really post yet, but in this mid-post fourth quarter pandemic life that we're living right now, so many people are leaving the workforce and they're looking for something that they can believe in. They're deciding that if I have to sacrifice my time to work, if I have all of those things, how do I make sure that the work that I'm doing matters and that I'm aligned with the organization that I'm working with? It makes me think of Maslow's hierarchy of needs, which I know we talked about before, of, when we look at this upside or this pyramid, right, at the bottom, it's like our need for water, food, and shelter. Right. And as we acquiesce and as we climb up that ladder, at the tip of that is self-actualization. So there comes a point where your needs are met and you realize that's still not enough, right? I want to self-actualize, and in order to self-actualize, I have to be living a life in alignment with my belief system. So I think that's critical.
Yeah. I also think that the vision that the CEO and business owner shares is the foundation of the culture that we build as a team. So I feel like creating like a healthy work culture and a healthy work environment where you have camaraderie with your team members and they care about your kids and your hobby and like who you are as a person is very, very important. Yeah. I love that on our team, we know everyone's love language. And in the initial, interview process, we're literally asking them, what's your love language? And a lot of the team members are taking it back, but they grow to appreciate why we're asking. And I just love that. Every team member we have a personal relationship with, and we can say like, oh, this person really thrives on words of affirmation. So when they do a good job, they need to verbally hear it. Yes. Other people, like me, I am acts of service. Yeah. So if you can see my plate and see all that I have to do and you take some things off my plate, that's when I feel so loved and so supported. And I think that that's important to understand, and that creates a motivational environment for a sales team.
Yes. And I love that you can operationalize each of these things. Like I remember at a consulting firm, we had kudos, right? And so we had the practice of how do we create systems around seeing things. Like when we talk about incentivizing behaviors, not just closing deals, but like, I saw you do this. Yeah. And I want to, if words of affirmation are your thing, then I want to give you that word of affirmation. If it's gifts, then I saw you do this. Let me surprise you with flowers, right? And those are the things and the experiences that we remember. We recently had Corporate Client Attraction Live, and we were, I was really pleasantly surprised. We had Wendy Lee Curtis, who was amazing. She was our amazing MC. Yes. Wendy Lee Curtis has like her career experience and resume is phenomenal. She's worked for major like Entertainment Tonight and different, organizations and television broadcasts. And during the event that she emceed for us, our team sent her flowers. And I'll never forget, she came on and she said, in all my years of being an MC, no one has ever done something like this for me. It's amazing how we underestimate the importance of just seeing people. And I know Oprah talks about this a lot, of like in all her years of interviewing, she noticed with each person, each of us has this deep desire to be seen, heard, and understood. And I think it's interesting with organizations, we look at all these other things, like, I know we kind of tease on this, like the ping pong table and the snacks and the all these things, and you're like, yo, you're giving me everything but my innate deepest needs.
Right.
Yeah.
Right?
Yes.
Like, and those are the things that don't cost,
Right.
but they take you caring. Right? Like you can't throw a box, you can't order a whole bunch of gifts and drop ship them,
Right.
but you have to see me and you have to understand me and tailor what you do to that. So I really appreciate that to today's day and age when we look at just what people are looking at. I think one, you have to keep your pulse on the marketplace and know what people are looking for. And we look at remote work. It's surprising to me how many people, so we recently hired an amazing operations manager. And one of her biggest frustrations is she came from an environment where she was a mom, and during the pandemic, her organization did not adopt a remote experience. They were not willing to pivot and adjust. And thus they created major challenge and difficulty because, hello, did y'all not get the memo that all of us parents were struggling trying to homeschool our kids in a pandemic? And you would not adopt a remote environment. And so they lost an amazing talent because they weren't willing to make that concession, which honestly probably would have worked out better for them. And then I know for you, Kelly, you were saying with us, what are some of the things that you feel like made your role attractive?
Yeah, it's really important to me as a mom of 4 girls that I'm able to take them to their doctor's appointments. I'm able to be at dance class, and I'm able to go on the field trips and be the parent volunteer. And so it's really important to me that I can come to work, do important work with the people that I really love and vibe with, but then put on my mommy hat, be checked out, and that to be encouraged and something that is okay to be able to do. So that's really important to me as well.
Yeah.
I love it. Do you have something you want to say, Cheryl? Okay, go ahead.
You're giving flowers. So one of the things that impressed me when I met the team at Big Money Movement was the transparency. So I've collaborated, communicated, and worked with others in the field, and there's this lack of transparency. And so when I came to Big Money Movement, I was like, they are like pulling back the curtains, like, and it's a trust factor. So in you letting me know that you could trust me, then I felt like I could trust you. It's reciprocal. And I think, again, that goes to alignment. So
yes, I like that. I think that's huge. I think, if I were to add some, other ideas, one, you make me think of autonomy. Like, we talked about this in another video. The reason why I chose sales is because I did not want nobody checking the clock for where I was.
Yeah.
Right? Like, I got you your quota. Right. You're getting your results.
Yes.
Leave me alone because I'm getting a pedicure on my lunch break. And I might be running these streets. Right. And I'm sorry, let's keep it real. Every field sales agent knows. Like, you was running around in these streets when you closed the deal. But it's autonomy. It's the fact that when we think about sales, the typical person in sales is driven by results and not by punching the clock. So give me the autonomy of tell me what you want from me. Right. I'll get you those results and then allow me to enjoy the autonomy of my role. Or, most salespeople have a thirst for learning, right? So give me amazing experiences, whether it's amazing, sales experience, or if I hit my quota, give me the vacation or the trip, or, for so many sales individuals, it is gifts. We like the rewards. We like the accolades. We want the plaques on the wall. I want the money in my bank account. I want prestige. I want power, right? Like, all of these things, and honor the work that it takes, for that. So I think a lot of it is autonomy, experiences, conferences, learning. I know, Kelly, when we talked about our team, I know one thing that was big for you was professional development. Like, invest in me. Yeah, like, I want to be better when I leave here, or if I stay here, I want to be improving along the path. And I think there's a laundry list of so many things that we can do to motivate. And when people start stacking up those things versus money, it's so interesting how someone else will look at all of those attributes and put a higher value on that than they often will just money, all things being equal.
I also love how, Liz, you will allow us to be who we are. So like, I don't necessarily love public speaking. I don't love a lot of things.
Yeah, she's on the video.
I just have my little operational, corner, and you're like, that's okay. That's why you're here. That's what I love about you. Sometimes I'll be like, sorry, I don't want to, speak. I don't want to do this. And you're like, it's okay to just be behind the scenes and that to be your lane. And I think that helps to motivate me. Like, that's my role. And I can man this lane while the rest of the team goes out. Sometimes I do have to be on camera, but I'm just saying that's really important to me as well.
Our operations manager, we were having a conversation. She's more introverted. And this makes me think of what you're saying. And you're having a conversation, and let me just be really candid. Kelly and I, so in our leadership for our team, Kelly and I are very similar in that we are fast talkers. We can make a decision halfway through conversation. We won't even finish our sentence, and we're like, game time.
Yep. We give each other a look.
And we now have an operations manager on our team who she takes more time to process. Like, that is not how she's processing. Give her time. If we don't breathe, her voice will never be heard. And so we had a conversation privately, and I was letting her know that I appreciated what she brought to the table with that. Because I appreciated, I'm like, you forced me to pause. In the moment, sometimes it irritates me because I'm like, girl, we are ready to make a decision and you are slowing up the show. Like, get with it, give us a decision. Yeah? No? Okay. But because she does that, sometimes I breathe on the conversation, and by the time I come back, I make a different decision because of the time. And so we were talking about this in our one-to-one. She got emotional and she said, thank you so much for honoring that. And she said, it makes me think of the quote, right? Like, if you judge a fish by its ability to climb a tree, right, then you're judging it based off of the wrong attributes. And I want to bring this up for sales specifically because there's this narrative of salespeople being extroverted, shiny shoes, slick. Now, I might fit some of those. You know what I'm saying? My shoes, they don't got the shoe cam on because they slipping. But my shoes are slick, right? But they make this stereotype that that's what sales should look like. And there are so many quiet, introverted salespeople who are just making amazing moves. And sometimes what you need to motivate a sales team is to allow people to be who they are as long as they're getting the results that you require. I think that's it. You all are amazing. This is such a powerful conversation. I want to continue this conversation with you. Click the next video right now and let's dive deeper into what's the most important part of the sales process. I think you need to discern this to really know who to attract and how to motivate your sales team effectively. I'll see you in the next video. Bye. There it is. Click that video.